Hey guys, welcome back to this YouTube video. Today I'm going to be reviewing and doing my round 4. I'm going to be reviewing my round 4 tips and tipping for my round 5. So for round 4, I tipped the Crows in an upset by 3 points. That obviously didn't happen. Melbourne were... After that first quarter, Melbourne basically just took control of the game. And then Brisbane and North Melbourne, that was a pretty obvious one, but I thought North Melbourne would actually get kind of close, like maybe 30, 20 points, but no, it was all Brisbane. North Melbourne did win the third quarter, but that was the only positive from that game for North. And yeah, so Port Adelaide and Essendon, I tipped Port. I thought it would be a good game, but it was no. After that first quarter as well, Port just took control of the game and Essendon only kicked 3 more goals for the rest of the game. West Coast and Sydney. West Coast won the second quarter and were within 5 goals at the final siren, and Sydney did almost lose that game. So yeah, West Coast might be having some win chances coming up. So Carlton and Freo, I tipped the Blues. There was a bit of controversy with that, but I still think we didn't. Fremantle dominated us the whole game, but like we got there in the end. And Geelong and the Bulldogs, it was a thriller. When I was watching, I thought the Bulldogs would run away with it at the end. So I was hoping, I really wanted to change my tip, but I couldn't. But now I'm happy I didn't. Gold Coast and GWS. Gold Coast were really close for most of the game. And then it was just, Green kicked 5, he was great. Gold Coast and GWS, it was all, very good. So GWS ran away with that at the end. St Kilda and Richmond. St Kilda were playing really poor footy in the first half, but then all the good ball users stepped up and they came back and beat Richmond. Collingwood and Hawthorn. I think that Collingwood were dominating that game, and then Hawthorn made a fourth quarter comeback, but it wasn't enough. It was fun to see Ginnivan playing against his old team. That is it for my review. Now let's get to the tipping. So Melbourne and Brisbane. I'm gonna tip Brisbane for this one because I just feel like they're just gonna upset the D's and get their second win of the season. Bulldogs and Essendon. I think the Bulldogs will win that. Essendon looked really poor against Port Adelaide, and the Bulldogs will bounce back from the loss to Geelong. GWS and St Kilda. I'm gonna tip the Giants. They are a bit vulnerable at Manuka, but I still think that they won't smash the Saints. The Saints will be competitive, but they'll still win that game. The Blues and the Crows. I reckon the Blues, but the Crows will be I reckon we will win that, but the Crows will be competitive. Gold Coast and Hawthorn. I reckon the Suns will win that at People's First Stadium. They'll bounce back from GWS and they'll beat the Hawks for their third win of the season. Port and Fremantle. I reckon Port will win that. And yeah, the Dockers will have their second in a row loss for the season. I think, yeah, look at this. 100% people tip Geelong. No people in ESPN Footy Tips tip North Melbourne. So that's kind of crazy, but I think the Cats will win that by a big amount too. So West Coast and Richmond. I'm tipping West Coast. I think that they have a chance. They look good against Sydney, but it's Sydney, so they lost. But Richmond did beat Sydney, but they're not. Like Harley Reid he broke 7 tackles against Sydney. That's almost how much Petrarch has done the whole year, which is kind of crazy just from the 18-year-old. He's really strong, and if he can play a really good game, I think West Coast will win. And yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed.